So, yeah, Padme can beat Darth Malak and Darth Revan teams, and it's, what, 3 or 4 hours after her event went live? Sure, there's going to be a nerf on this. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. So, ever since I unlocked Padme earlier tonight, I've been testing her out in Arena, and so far I found that she's actually pretty decent against Darth Revan and Malak teams, but this is a very Zeta-heavy team, which is a big drawback for it. You gotta have a lot of Zetas on this team to really make it function in Arena. If you don't have the Zeta on Ahsoka, you're not gonna win against Jedi Knight Revan teams, and you gotta have at least a Zeta on General Kenobi to make this team work against Darth Revan, and then the Zeta on Anakin helps counter the Death Mark. It's a very Zeta-intensive team to be competitive in Arena, which is a huge drawback for pretty much anybody out there because we're in a really bad Zeta crunch. And I'm also pretty sure this team is not going to work too well if you're facing a Gear 12 7-star Malak, because Malak at that point gets pretty fast and the whole strategy doesn't work quite as well as you would think. So I'll show you guys some footage of me beating I believe it's a 6-star Darth Malak, maybe it's 5-star, with the Galactic Republic team, showing what strategy I'm using, and this will probably work for the next month or two until we get a lot of 7-star Malaks, at which point hopefully we get a more suitable counter to Darth Malak. But for now, this team can be used for offense and territory wars in Grand Arena to help beat those defensive Malak Darth Revan teams if you guys do find them there. So you guys are probably wondering, what are the mods I'm running on this team? Obviously, I'm going to have speed on Padme, and she's not the fastest. I have her here at 313 speed, and then I have Grandmaster Yoda as my fastest character with his speed at 321. He's going to be faster than the Darth Revan in the footage, and that's the goal. If you are going to face against Darth Revan teams, you got to have your Grandmaster Yoda be faster because of his battle meditation ability, which puts protection up on himself, and then he copies that and spreads it to himself and everybody else. This replaces the original protection up, which then forces the taunt on General Kenobi, and you have to have that Zeta for it, because without that Zeta and without a full Galactic Republic team, General Kenobi is not going to be taunting under Surrest. So you gotta have it. If any Galactic Republic ally loses protection up in a full Republic team, General Kenobi taunts for 1 turn. The battle meditation from Grandmaster Yoda forces a taunt on a General Kenobi, and you'll use that to counter Darth Revan. For Jedi Knight Anakin, I'm running crit chance and crit damage. I'm running some pretty decent speed sets on him. 261 speed, I have about 3600 damage with about 65% crit chance. And then Ahsoka is the 5th character here. No Zeta on her yet. Once I get that Zeta, this team will be more competitive against Jedi Knight Revan teams. But for now, if you gotta have this Zeta on her in order to beat those Revan teams because of her Zeta with the constant assist, that will then force her to use her basic, which dispels and allows you to ignore General Kenobi, go for Jolee, and pick off Jolee. If you can't get rid of Jolee with this team, you're not able to get rid of Jedi Knight Revan, and that's the big problem. For her mods, I'm running 203 speed on her, 3500 damage, 68% crit chance. So about similar mods to what I'm running on Anakin. Remember, she's much slower, but the crit immunity on her will give her 50% or 50 bonus speed, so please keep that in mind. So Padme lead with Grandmaster Yoda, Kenobi, Anakin, and Ahsoka. That's the team you want to use, but remember, like I said before, this is probably not going to work against your Gear 12 7-star Malaks. They're much stronger than the Malaks we're currently facing in Arena. I have a feeling Malak is going to be king for quite a while, and Galactic Republic is not going to be able to keep up with him when he gets to Gear 12. So do keep that in mind, and with that, let's go ahead, dive into the footage, and I'll show you guys what strategy I'm using to beat these Darth Malak teams. So going into the footage, and this is the thing that I said before, the battle meditation from Grandmaster Yoda is going to be important here. He uses battle meditation, and he frees it at the right time, and you can see what's happening here. He loses the protection up on himself with the replacement from battle meditation. It forces the taunt on General Kenobi, and you can even get some better proof of it if you have the self-reconstruction Zeta on HK-47. You can see he gains health and protection because of the buffs being removed from Grandmaster Yoda. So that is the mechanic here, and the devs actually laid this out in their insight forum post. If you guys want to check that out, I highly recommend it. Talking about what they're intending with Padme, how you can use Padme, and they highlight this as a mechanic in that post, was that the battle meditation from Grandmaster Yoda forces the taunt on General Kenobi, and because of that taunt on General Kenobi, he uses the insanity from Darth Revan is placed on Kenobi, but Padme in her unique is immune to fear. So she will not be feared, just General Kenobi. So that is able to be a pretty solid counter, and because of the protection up and tenacity up from the team with Grandmaster Yoda, you're able to get and resist all those debuffs from Fallen Bastila. The AoE shock from Darth Revan can also be resisted. So then you just keep going. We'll use the AoE here, dispel the taunt from Sith Trooper, and start going for Darth Revan. And this is pretty impressive right here. If I freeze it at the right second, you can see we got at least two ticks of damage from the special on Ahsoka. There's actually going to be a third one because Anakin and GK are both present, and you may be able to see it. It's very faint up here. The stacks of courage damage on Ahsoka also came into play, and it did about 20,000 per 5 stacks of courage. When she started this move, she had 10 stacks of courage, so that was going to be 2 ticks of that damage. 40% per 5 stacks of courage. That's 80% max health damage done to Darth Revan, in addition to these 3 ticks of about 22,000 damage from her special. If there was not the Zeta on Darth Revan for the health equalization here, Darth Revan would have been one shot just like that. But as it is, the health equalization ticked in twice, forced a health equalization on both Sith Trooper and Fallen Bastila. You can see they're all running below half health now. And this is a pretty significant way of using this team to help make things easier. If you can use this in combination with heal and immunity from Anakin, you can actually trick Darth Revan into health equalizing with Malak, and then use that to easily pick him off. So at this point, we got tenacity down from HK-47. I just use a special from Padme, cleanses all debuffs, gives them a huge amount of protection up, and that will actually give them quite a bit of courage if it lasts through their turn. You can see we've got 5 stacks on General Kenobi alone. We'll go ahead and you can see we got 16 stacks of courage here. That will go ahead and do some really nasty damage to Sith Trooper, wiped out all his protection, and did 3 ticks of 15k each because of the 3 sets of courage damage. So now at this point, they're going to still keep focusing on General Kenobi because he is constantly taunting thanks to his Zeta. And one other thing here that I should have pointed out that I think is really impressive, you can see when Anakin starts this attack, he has 18 stacks of courage. But when he damages Sith Trooper, he's able to do it with normal damage on his attack. And because that defeated Sith Trooper, it did not consume his stacks of courage, which means he's able to save that for another big hit in the future. It will probably stack up to over 20 at that point, and he can do 4 ticks of courage damage, and that is pretty impressive. So that's a nice little call on CG's part. I really appreciate them giving that fine attention to detail with the mechanics here. We'll use the call to assist here and one-shot HK-47. It pretty much just wiped out the, it was a one-shot on him. And there we go, health equalization forced on Darth Revan again. If I had been playing this smarter, I would have used Anakin earlier to get heal and immunity on Darth Malak, force that health equalization, because at this point, Malak will use the drain, he will heal back up, but he has already triggered that threshold once thanks to his Zeta. So at this point, go ahead, finish off Darth Revan, and then I'll work on Bastila and finish her up. Now, one other thing here to note is the Zeta from Anakin is coming into play. So we'll see here, Kenobi falls below 50% health, triggers the bonus turn on Jedi Knight Anakin, but at the same time, because of Darth Revan, Death Mark was placed on Padme. So because of that Zeta on Anakin, he gets the bonus turn, he goes now, he takes out Darth Revan, Padme then goes right after because of the Zeta on Anakin, she moves, she one-shots Bastila, Death Mark is gone. So because of that Zeta on Anakin, this is one I highly recommend for fighting Darth Revan, you're able to take out the, you're able to defeat Darth Revan teams much easier with that Zeta on Anakin. It's highly recommended if you're fighting Darth Revan, but outside Darth Revan, not really a powerful one. Use a basic here from Jedi Knight Anakin, got heal and immunity on Darth Revan, or Darth Malak. At that point, you just work on taking him out. He takes out General Kenobi, but we'll keep attacking him and seeing what we can do here. We'll get some more protection up on the team. We'll use that to get a little bit more courage damage. It's not going to do a lot of damage, but every bit against Darth Malak will help. We'll get a stun here on Malak, triggers his Zeta for that bonus turn. We'll go ahead, use it one more time here, get some more damage on Malak, and then we'll finish it off with the basic from Anakin. So again, I cannot stress this enough. It doesn't say, it was either 5 or 6 star Malak, gear 11, against a gear 12 Malak with the higher speed and the much higher health and protection. I cannot guarantee this will work. This is something they have said as well, is that Malak teams are still supposed to be king, so against a gear 12 Malak, this is not going to work that well, so do keep that in mind. Not a lot of those in the wild right now, but over the next couple of months, we'll probably see quite a few of them in Arena. So that is the strategy for defeating a lower gear star and star Darth Malak. Overall, pretty straightforward. Just get the heal and immunity on Malak and use that to wail away on him and be able to prevent him from healing with his drain ability. Otherwise, use the courage damage from Padme to really one-shot the team, and use it at the same time with Darth Revan to force a health equalization and really trigger a drain on Malak, allow things to be much easier to defeat him. So that is going to be it for this video, guys. Let me know down in the comments, what do you guys think? What other teams you guys want me to see and try? I'll be doing some Sith Raid testing with this Galactic Republic team over the weekend. Hopefully I did get a pretty good return on that as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I will talk to you guys later.